Hey everyone, Mike Burke here with InsideRealEstatePhotography.com, and today we're taking a deep dive into Pixlmob, a platform that will change the way you think about real estate media editing and revolutionize your workflow. The best and most successful innovations solve real problems and make our lives easier. Pixlmob is the perfect representation of this within our industry. As real estate photographers, finding an editor that matches our style and delivers consistent results has always been a challenge. For instance, maybe you found an editor that nails your photo editing but falls short on video. The truth is, you don't need one single editor to do it all. You need a team of editors that can deliver excellent results for each individual service that you offer. That's exactly what makes Pixlmob a game changer. It allows you to source and build your ideal media team all in one place. No more juggling multiple communication channels like WhatsApp, Messenger, or email. With Pixlmob, everything is streamlined, making it easier than ever to manage all your editing projects efficiently. And this is really just the beginning. Join me in this video as we take a deep dive into Pixlmob and explore how it can transform your workflow as a real estate photographer. Before we continue on though, I just want to mention that this video is sponsored by Pixlmob. As many of you know, I've been partnering with them for quite some time now, and I genuinely believe in their mission and what they're bringing to our industry. Otherwise, I would not be making this video. Pixlmob was created by real estate photographers, so they truly understand our needs, and that's what makes their platform so powerful. All right, so without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, so the first thing we should really talk about when it comes to Pixlmob is finding editors on there and building your own personalized, ideal media editing team. Let's take a look. All right, so of course you want to create your own account on Pixlmob, but once you do, we can go to find an editor, and that will bring you to the marketplace. So firstly, you have to think about what services you want for editing. Of course, mainly for me, it comes to image enhancement, blended brackets, HDR. That's the bulk of my editing work. I'm going to start with that. So I'll select blended HDR brackets, and that will bring up 562 editors that are in the marketplace that do blended brackets HDR. So that's tons of editors on here. And you can see up top here, they have their recommended editors. And of course, you'll see here their rating, 4.9 stars, 4.9. These are all highly rated editors. They're also more on the higher end side, I guess, for pricing wise, but you can click on any of these editors too, and you'll see more detailed reviews here. People that have actually, written reviews, how many orders they placed with them. So it's really cool, this peer rating system and these reviews, because it really gives you a good idea of the caliber of their work and their professionalism and how they conduct their business and how reliable they are and how consistent they are and all that. Without Pixlmob, you don't have these ratings or anything. You're just trying out random editors that spam your email address, and you have no idea what their reputation is, how consistent they are, and the caliber of the work they provide. So this is just indispensable awesomeness right here. So what I would recommend doing for auditioning editors here on Pixlmob is to create a folder of 5 images, maybe something like that, that contain a variety of images. So maybe a drone photo, an exterior photo, a couple interior photos, maybe an interior photo that's well lit, maybe one that's not so well lit, just to see how they handle different situations. And then send that same folder of 5 images to a bunch of different editors on here and have them edit them and send them back to you. That way you can see exactly, what kind of edits they're providing, what style they're providing them in, and compare them side by side, apples to apples, because they're all the same images done by multiple different editors. And then after you see what they've done, you can then pick your favorites out of those. So you can see here, I've hearted this guy here, Rocker, and then Hoi Photo, I've hearted them too. And when you go to your dashboard, you'll see here in vendor team, your favorites here. So for starters, I favorited them for HDR blending. Now the process is the same for other services. So if you go back to the marketplace here, and you can go to other different areas. So say you want to build a team of, general photo editors for brackets. So say you wanted a video editor, I'm going to go to property video, and here we have all these video editors. Just say for the sake of this tutorial that I liked this editor and this editor. I'm going to favorite the two of them. And then say I wanted Also a great twilight editor. I'll go to natural twilight. Also what's cool, you can see like it, you know, changes these thumbnails to what you're actually looking for. So these are like twilight images. Say I like this person for twilight. And I also like this person for twilight. All right, so say those are the 3 services that I offer. Of course, we all offer more services than that. You might pick, of course, all different kinds of stuff in here. You know, virtual staging, virtual twilights, you know, all kinds of stuff that's in here. Of course, they have every service you can practically imagine, even corporate headshots, even headshots for your agents. So this is like a new thing that's been added recently. That's awesome. So headshot editing. So you can just go on and create, you know, and find more editors for each of those things if you would like to. So now if I go back to my dashboard here and go back to vendor team, you can see all of these vendors are now in my favorites. So now I want to create my vendor team. So here, down here where my vendor team is, you can create a roster. So I'm going to select a service and say, you know, blended HDR brackets. Now I'll just hit continue. So now I can go to this button here. It says assign primary vendor. So this is my first choice as far as blended brackets go. And I'm going to click on this and it's going to go to my favorites here. And these are all the people we have favorited. So I'm going to say Hoi Photo is my favorite. So I'm going to click on to assign roster. So that's going to be my number 1 here. And now you can assign, you know, as many backups as you want to here. So I'm going to assign a backup, and my backup is this guy, Rocker. I'm going to assign that to my backup, and obviously you can do more here. So as you can see here, as I said, I'm building my ideal media team all within Pixlmob, and even having backups in case maybe one of them is unavailable for some reason. You have backups already set up. So this is just making things streamlined and easier. When you go to make an order and you upload your photos and you're ready to go to have something edited, you don't have to sift through the marketplace finding people. Your team is all here ready to go at a click of a button. So again, here I can create another one here for, say, video editing. Where's video? Property video. And I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to hit, you know, assign for video. So I'm going to assign that one to video. I'll assign them as a backup. So yeah, here, you know, so here I have my first choice for video editor, and then of course my backup in case they're unavailable. Then of course, finally for Twilight, I'm going to go pick my Twilight editors. That was the one I picked. And then I think this was the other one I picked. So that's my first choice, and that's my backup. Of course, you can just click to remove any of them in case like you decide you don't like them anymore, and you can change these and update these as you go if you'd like to, and create as many rosters as you want here. All right, so that's pretty much the process I've used for auditioning editors and building my own ideal media editing team here in Pixlmob. Pretty simple and straightforward stuff, but it really makes life so much easier and really streamlines your workflow when you go to upload projects for editing. All right, so another really cool new and unique feature that Pixlmob is offering that puts even more power into your hands as a service provider is ASAP edits. Let's take a look. So in the marketplace, if you click on ASAP edits or even just toggle this switch to ASAP, you can then select your service, say blended HDR brackets, and this will show you only vendors that are available right now to start on your project immediately. So if I click on one of these, you'll see turnaround time ASAP, and what that means is they have 5 minutes to accept or decline your order. You'll know within 5 minutes if they're accepting your order and starting to work on it, and they're going to start immediately. You could even use this for, you know, same day edits, charge your clients more, or if you're in a bind and need something edited right away, say you forgot to upload a folder or something and your client needs it immediately. So you can come on here and select ASAP edits and get your project edited right away and hopefully get it back to you within a couple hours. It depends, of course, on the size of the project and what you need edited. This is a great way to turn around photos really quick and really fast if you're in a tight spot. All right, so now let's talk about creating projects within Pixlmob. And this is, again, one of these cool, unique things about Pixlmob that you would never have the ability to do outside of Pixlmob, just doing it willy-nilly on your own with multiple different editors that are not under the same roof of a platform like Pixlmob. All right, so say for a certain property you shot that day, you needed a video edited, you needed HDR brackets edited, and also Twilight images done. you can create a project for that property specifically, and then have all the editing projects, even if you're using different editors for each of those things, all under that one project. So you can monitor what's happening with that project, how far along are the editors in that process, the whole 9 yards. You can even communicate with each of those editors individually, all under that one project. It makes things super streamlined, super easy. Again, something you would not be able to do outside of Pixlmob, because you might be, you know, WhatsApp messaging one editor, your video editor, about stuff about that part of the project, whereas your photo editors are doing it under email. So you're trying to email them, trying to find out what's going on with that. And you're using Facebook Messenger to message, you know, your Twilight photo editor, seeing how that's going with that. So it's just all over the map, all over the place, communication. Now you can just create a project, communicate with the editors, see the progress all in one place, all under one project. Let's see how it's done. So here, if I go to my dashboard, you can see new project here. So I'm going to create a new project, and I'm just going to name it the address. So say 123 Main Street. Templates are a really awesome thing as well. We're going to cover that shortly, but I'm just going to hit create project for now. All right, so once you create the project, it'll take you to this screen, and here we just need to simply add the services that we need done. So I'm going to add blended HDR brackets. So that'll bring you to the screen here, and here you can choose from your vendor team. So these are my favorite vendors that we just built in our vendor team over here. So I have Hoi Photo is my #1 choice for bracketed editing that I put in there. So I can put him as the vendor. And then of course you would just need to put how many brackets you have. So, or images, you know, you have. So maybe say you have 25 images. And of course you can add these little, you know, add-ons. So fireplace, yes, I want to add fire to my fireplaces. I want sky replacement. I want TV screen replacements. And minor blemish rule, no, I don't need that. So you can just add all those options that you like. Of course, then you could add a link here, like a Dropbox link to your raw photos that they will use, you know, as your source files for editing. And here is where your finished files will go. Pixlmob is their own hosting, which is cool. So you can use that. Or if you really wanted to use your own hosting, like a Dropbox folder where they can put the images in, you can provide a link to that here by choosing this option. So with using Pixlmob hosting, you know, you get revision tickets, downloads, auto syncing, you know, all that stuff to Dropbox. So that's a powerful tool here. So I definitely recommend connecting your Dropbox or Google Drive to this and taking full advantage of the Pixlmob hosting. So then you can just see the price here and then add it to your project. And here you can see that the links, asset links, are missing because we didn't provide them yet. So whatever, this is just to show you how this is done. And then of course, we want to add our video editing. So I'm going to go to video, so property video. I want it to be horizontal. You can upload your own music here. You can ask for sound effects and all these other options. Titles, you can add titles here. So this is really cool customization here, and it provides clear communication to the editors too. And of course you can choose your vendor. So I'm just gonna choose this guy. And I'm just gonna hit add to project. It's $45. And then finally we want our Twilight editing done, natural Twilight. And again, or pro photo edit, yeah, that was the one of them. Oh yeah, so you can see primary vendor here. That was my first choice for Twilight editing. So they're there for that. So we don't need a TV replacement for Twilight or any of this stuff. So again, you have all these options here. I'm just gonna add that to project as well. After you have everything set here with all your services for this one property here, all under one project here, which is awesome, you can then go to purchase, and it'll allow you to, you know, submit your order with your, you know, current balance or whatever. You can reload your balance if you need to, and then submit the order. So once it's submitted, then you can go back here into projects and go to a previous project. So this is a sample edits project. I sent the same 4 photos to a bunch of these editors to see how they would handle them and how well they would do with them. So you can see here what this looks like now. Once you submit your order, it will show you, you know, this is your progress bar here. So like I said, you can track the progress. So you see submitted, and then when they accept, you'll be notified, you know, it'll show here, And then once they start the edit, it'll be shown here. And then once it's delivered, it'll be shown here. And you can review what they send. And if you don't like what they send, or you need some things changed during that review process, you can tell them you need changes done. And then they'll do those changes and send them back to you. And then finally, you'll mark it as completed, and you can, rate them on how good the job they did, so other people know how good a job they did. So if I click on any of these services, so like on the one we just made up, we had blended brackets, twilight, and video. So we'd have 3 services here, not all these that are the same. I have lawn replacement here or whatever, but it would look just with those, we would see those 3 services here. And if you click on any of those, you can go in there and you'll see the link to the source files here, and these are the finished files that they submitted. So you can click on those and see what the finished files look like, the finished edits. And also here you can communicate with them directly. So you can talk to them if you have any concerns, or if you need anything changed or something was wrong. You have all your messages and communication right here within Pixlmob. That's what I was trying to say. You don't have to use all these other communication channels. You can just talk to everybody right here in the project. All right, so that's the workflow for creating projects in Pixlmob, where you can have multiple services all under one project for the same property. See clearly what the progress is on each of those services, communicate directly with each of the editors that are providing the edits for those services, all under one project, keeping things streamlined, easy, and straightforward. All right, so now let's talk about another powerful feature within Pixlmob that also makes things more streamlined, faster, and easier when it comes to submitting our images for editing, and that is creating templates. Let's take a look. All right, so here I am in our mock sort of project that we just created where we needed brackets, property video, and twilight images done. All right, so say the agent you shot this for always orders the same package and gets the same thing, and they're one of your biggest clients. You do a shoot like this for them almost every week, and you just want to create a template so you don't have to go in and select individual services with each of the specifics for those services, such as, fire replacement and TV replacement and all that stuff. You could have it all saved under a template to make things much easier, so you don't have to go through that process every single time you create a project and submit an order. So within that project that we created here, all you would have to do here is go to actions and then go to create template, and then it'll bring up this, and you'll see we have blended brackets here, all with the fireplace composite, the sky replacement, TV replacement, the property video with all our options that we picked, and the natural twilight. So here you can name this template. So say her name is Sally Jane. Sally Jane's template. So anytime Sally Jane orders from you, they get the same thing, and you want to save this as a template. So now we can hit create project template. So now here in templates, if you go to templates here, you'll see it saved in there. So you could either create a new project and select Sally Jane's template right here when you create it, and it'll have all those services already in there. Or you can go to here to templates and then just create a new project from there, and you'll see the same thing comes up where it's a new project, it's Sally Jane's template, and you can just put a new address in for whatever that property is and hit create project. And here, all these are already in here, and you can choose your vendor. So my primary vendor for brackets is this guy. My primary vendor for twilight is here. So, and my primary vendor for video is right here. So I select all my vendors. You just have to put the asset links in there, and then this will light up once you do that. You can go to purchase and purchase your order, and it will be submitted to the editors for editing. So that's it for creating templates. Super simple, super easy, but such a powerful little feature that makes this process, again, just more streamlined, more easy. These guys have really thought of almost everything here to make this process as easy as possible. So again, really great stuff here for managing and creating orders within Pixlmob. All right, so one other really cool feature in Pixlmob I want to talk about is integrations, and that's integrating with other platforms that we may use, such as are real estate media management platforms such as like I use SPIRO or ARIO or HD Photo Hub or any of those. Also, of course, Dropbox, Google Drive. A lot of those platforms integrate with Pixlmob, or it's coming soon if it's not already there. So let's just take a look at integrations real quick. So if you come down to integrations here, you'll see that ARIO is already connected with Pixlmob, and HD Photo Hub is early access. SPIRO is coming soon, and Google Drive and Dropbox, my Dropbox is connected. So as you can see, this isn't fully integrated here as of yet, but it will be soon. And what's awesome about it is whatever platform you use, say you use SPIRO like I do, then when orders are placed within SPIRO, if I come here under projects, you'll see drafts. But once your platform is integrated in here, like I use SPIRO for instance, so it will say SPIRO projects, or if you use HD Photo Hub, it'll say HD Photo Hub projects underneath there. And I'll show you what that'll look like in this example they give here. So you see projects, drafts, and then ARIO orders. And then here you'll see each order that was placed by your customers in ARIO or SPIRO or HD Photo Hub or whatever platform that you have integrated. And then here you'll see you'll be able to just create a project. You'll just be able to hit new project button straight off of that order that was placed within your provider, ARIO, or whatever else. So again, just another way that Pixlmob is an all-encompassing, awesome platform, helping us streamline things even further than all the other ways we've already talked about, making this editing process the easiest it possibly can be. All right guys, so that's about it for this video. I hope this video gave you a clear understanding of what a game-changing tool Pixlmob is for our industry of real estate photography and how it can streamline your workflow and make your life much, much easier. Of course, down in the description of this video, I got a link to Pixlmob, and if you use my link, you'll get $5 in credit towards your first order. So definitely go over there, give these guys a try. I know you won't regret it. Also down in the description, I got links to gear recommendations, sky replacement pack that I've created, editing practice packs that I've created, and all that good stuff. Also follow me on Instagram at Burke Multimedia if you want to see the work that I create as a real estate photographer. Check me out over there. Thanks again so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon on the next one.